Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, from the title, you know that today we will talk about molecular modeling of polymers. In my last video regarding tutorials for building a polymer, I was building a polymer and I thought of making a video for better understanding of polymers. So, when we know the basics, you do better. So let's begin with an overview of molecular modeling of polymers. Like polymers are everywhere around us, from plastic and textile to biological systems. However, understanding how their molecular structure controls macroscopic properties is not always intuitive. This is where molecular modeling becomes extremely powerful. Like instead of relying on experiments, we can use computational tools to visualize polymer chains at atomic and molecular scale. We can predict properties such as flexibility, strength, diffusion, and even gas absorption for behavior before synthesizing the material. In this lecture, I will first explain what polymers are and how they are formed, their structure and types, and finally introduce tacticity. So let's start. What are polymers? Polymers are large molecules. They are also called as macromolecules made up of many repeating units known as monomers. You see here, monomer is a small unit that is bonding to form a polymer. Poly means many, mers mean units. So they have high molecular weight, and this gives polymers high mechanical and physical properties, unique mechanical and physical properties such as toughness, elasticity. It is important to understand that even small change in at the monomer level can affect the material performance. Like if we change that repeat unit called as monomer, if we do any changes here, that will affect the polymer properties. So I was explaining that we have many polymers around us. Like, let's talk about these. Like, uh, they are broadly classified into natural polymer, synthetic polymer. For natural, we have DNA, proteins, and cellulose. These are essential for life and have high specific molecular structure that determine biological function. But for synthetic polymers, they are man-made materials such as polyethylene, PVC, nylon. These are widely used in packaging and construction textile. Despite their different origins, both natural and synthetic polymers follow the same fundamental principle of chemistry and chemistry, which makes them ideal candidate for molecular modeling. So now you know that what are polymers, what are the example. Now comes that to the point that how they are formed. Polymers are formed through a chemical process known as polymerization process, where monomers link together to form a change. Like these monomers bond together, link together to form a polymer chain. It can be done by addition polymerization, where monomers add sequentially to grow to growing chain without producing any byproduct. No byproduct is formed. They just link together and just form a chain. But for condensation polymerization, this step involves monomers link and they release small molecules like water, like they're condensing while making a polymer chain. Polyester is made by this method. So it's very important to understand from which method polymers are formed. Now understand the polymer structure. At simplest level, polymers consist of a repeating backbone of small of atoms, usually carbon based, with side groups attached. Uh, these backbone can be of any atom, but we have a wide range of polymers that have carbon based, that are carbon based having backbone as carbon. But depending on how the chains are connected, polymers can be linear, branched, or cross-linked. So linear consists of a single chain. If you see here, it's a single chain that tend to be flexible. For branch, we have branches which affect packing and density. For close linking network, which increase stiffness and thermal stability. So you see, different structures exist, but all have repeating backbone units. And these structural differences are critical and often explored using molecular simulation to predict the mechanical and transport properties. So we have different structures and different types of polymers like homopolymers, copolymers, architecture effect materials properties. So these are the classification of polymers. A homopolymer is based on is made of one type of monomer leading to uniform chain chemistry. If you say a, like I have depicted with a, it's like a single monomer is making a chain. For copolymer, on the other hand, contains two different monomers arranged in various sequences. You see one B, two different monomers attaching. This allows fine tuning of properties such as flexibility, polarity, and thermal behavior. And you can clearly understand now the linear branch and cross-linked network of the polymer. Now comes tacticity. If you have seen, if you have watched the building polymer tutorial of mine, you have seen that I have selected the tacticity there, that are isotactic. Now you will understand that why I have selected that. So toxicity describe the special arrangement of pendant or side groups along the polymer backbone. This is subtle but extremely important structural feature. In isotactic polymer, side groups alternate regularly, which allows ordered packing. So the arrangement is regular, uniform. Then we select isotactic. So for the other is it's not alternate sides like alternate side CS3 here, CS3 here. And for the randomly arranged atactic. So this is very important. In the simulation environment, we also select this. We also select the type of polymer. We also select the monomer units. So these should be understood before proceeding with the simulation, that what are these, why I am selecting this option. And now I'm concluding with importance and application of polymers. It is not as much as important the previous slides are, but you should know that plastic and packaging we use like polymers play a crucial role in everyday life, and advanced technologies they are used in plastic packaging, textile, rubber products, biomedical devices, membranes, and composites. Molecular modeling allows researcher to connect molecular structure to macroscopic performance. For example, we can predict how a molecular like a polymer membrane will interact with gas molecules. Like we can understand the behaviors of we can understand the properties of polymeric membranes also. So role of molecular modeling in material design, you can understand from molecular modeling. So I think now you understand the basic concepts of for building a polymer in simulation environment. Like what are these? So signing out, Allahhumabarik. Bye.